Today I will talk about switches on RC toys. Usually manufacturers use this kind of slide switches and they become really problematic when you start using them outdoors. They start rusting, they get stuck because of the debris getting inside, and as you can see, the switch was removed from the toy because it stopped actually performing its function. The contacts are not touching each other inside of the switch. It got rusty, and in some cases, for example, in this toy, I had to remove the switch because the switch was located just at the bottom, and when I was using it outdoors, a lot of sand got inside and blocked the switch. Same thing happened with this toy. The switch was located here, and as you've seen maybe in my videos, I was driving it in mud. A lot of debris got into the switch. When the debris gets into the switch, you can't really dry those kind of elements. Humidity stays inside and the switch just gets broken because of the rust. And I found a good solution for this, and this is a push button switch, which is a waterproof one that can be easily attached to the body of the toy using this kind of a cover. So the push button is located here, and then you put on a case which is waterproof and you install it somewhere on the body of the toy. For example, here you can install the switch by making a hole on the toolbox. For example, this is kind of a toolbox. You can make a hole in it, put it inside like this, and then fix it with this cover. Or you can just, as this car has a lot of space inside, you can just connect all the wires accordingly and just have this button hidden inside. And when you need to turn it on, you just push the button and activate it. When you purchase this kind of switches, you need to know that there are latching and non-latching type of buttons. Latching buttons means that they would stay in its position when you push it and will activate your car. Non-latching buttons would be active once you push it, but once you release it, it will not be active. So that's not the kind of a button you would be looking for. You would look for a latching push button. So what do you need to do to install this button? First of all, you need to get to the old switch. So in this case, the switches were at the bottom. For this toy, I had to disassemble the toy and get into this location, take out the switch. The switch was installed there. Disconnect the wires and connect them together. The same thing happened here. You don't have to remove the switch, you can keep it there, but it's always a good idea to remove a unnecessary element, a rusting element, which would cause a lot of rust inside. So when you get to the switch, you just disconnect the wires like this, and then you connect them together again. So once you do it, whenever you connect the batteries, the toy will start working. This is also another solution. If you don't want to replace any switch, you just connect those wires and the toy will work as soon as you connect the batteries. But this is not very comfortable way to play with the toys, because all the time you'll have to, like in this case, I didn't have time to replace the button, so every time I play with this toy I have to connect the toys. And then when I stop playing with the toy, I have to disconnect it. This is not very comfortable. So for this RC toy, I've already connected the cables on the switch, removed the switch from here, and I have it in working conditions when I put the batteries on. And now I'll have to add the switch. And the way you do it is you disconnect the positive cable. So I didn't do any soldering here. It was a temporary solution. So if you don't want to do any soldering, you can just use an insulation tape as well. So here I will just go and add the switch to the positive cable coming from the battery case. So this is how this switch comes already. You can just remove the plastic insulation. The cable is very thick and the other one is not so much. You may have to make one of the cables longer to embrace the other one well.